Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ragin Leatherhead. That's right, Leatherhead is another character who's getting the Repaint treatment in the new Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lineup, so let's take a closer look at him. As you can see, he comes in that new style Tales of the TMNT packaging, which I really love this. I've said that a million times already, but I love that new logo, love the bright blues and everything that they're using in these new packages. And then, of course, the blister bubble fully showcases our repainted action figure within. If we rotate that around to the backside, we have a cross-cell showing the usual figures that we've seen recently, and we've got a bio featuring an image of Leatherhead from the Nick Turtles animated series. So let's go ahead and get Ragin Leatherhead removed from the packaging and get a closer look at him. Alright, so after opening up Leatherhead, there's some minor assembly required with his tail, and this is just like the first release of the figure. So if you had that one, you already expect this. Basically, you just gotta pop the tail right on there, and once it's on, it actually stays on. It clips on there nice and solid, and it's a good articulated tail. So very easy to do that, and then your Leatherhead is ready for display. So just like the other repaints we've seen, it's the exact same sculpt as the first release Leatherhead figure, but just with a brand new paint job. The thing that makes this particular figure different is that he is a much more pale shade of green this time around. It's a lot lighter. The other one was a very dark green. And instead of wearing dark brown wraps, he's got bright orange wraps. He has a very Mikey look to him here, which I suppose makes sense since him and Mikey are best friends in the newer cartoon series. But it's a very, very different look for this figure. Now, the paint job's pretty decent. I do like the dry brushing down the back there so that the whole back of the figure is almost a white look. It's a very cool look to the skin tone. And then, of course, his belly is also sort of like this cream color. There's a lot of great sculpted details, like all the scales and everything here. A nice wash would really bring all of that out. And I believe I said the same thing back when I reviewed the first Leatherhead. Some extra nice painted details would really bring out how good this particular sculpt is. But still, I do really like the extra dry brushing back here. You can see he does have some nice black around his yellowed eyes, and then all the little jagged teeth are done in a nice white. Now, of course, since it's the same figure, it does have that same problem, being that he's a bit too small for Leatherhead. The figure stands right at 4 inches tall. He's hunched over, of course, because that's the way he looks, but in the series, he is huge. He stands way taller than the Turtles. And if I bring in Mikey here, who is the shortest turtle, you can see that he's taller than Leatherhead. So Leatherhead is just way too small. I always wish that they would have been able to do like a deluxe Leatherhead and make him the proper size, because overall I like the sculpt a lot. He just needs to be bigger and bulkier, because I love the way Leatherhead is represented in the Nick Turtles cartoon series, and I just want to be able to smash around the figures with a larger Leatherhead. So articulation-wise, it's exactly the same as before. The head just kind of turns left and right. Since he's hunched over, it actually looks more like he's just kind of cocking his head side to side. He does have the ball-like joints at the shoulders, so the arms can go outwards, forwards, and backwards, but no other articulation in the rest of the arms. And then the legs are on those hinge joints, which mostly will just go outwards, forwards, and backwards. But again, the way that they are positioned, there's no other articulation there. And then just the tail. So it's minimal articulation, but it works good for the particular stance of Leatherhead. And it's a really, really nice sculpt. Just the size that really does it for me. Now, let's talk about the repaint, the colors that they chose here. It's actually not too bad, but it's another one of those instances where I feel like if Playmates wanted to refresh Leatherhead, they could have given us a cartoon accurate repaint, because in the series he eventually kind of got older looking from spending time in Dimension X, and when he came back he was much more lighter skinned, and they kind of accomplished that here, but they really could have gone for it and repainted him to look like that older, more grizzled version of Leatherhead from the series. So as we're talking about the old Leatherhead, let's go ahead and do this. It's comparison time. So you can stand these two side by side and get a good look at how the paint jobs differ between the two figures. Honestly, I do really like that lighter green that's used, and I actually kind of think the lighter green with the darker brown wraps would have made a pretty cool combination of colors. So there you go, my friends. There's a look at the brand new Ragin Leatherhead, which is just one of the newest repaints from Playmates Toys. Overall, it's not a bad repaint. It's just I would have loved to see something a little bit more inspired. But my same complaints about the Leatherhead figure are still intact. He's just a little bit too small. If you missed out on Leatherhead before, or you just prefer the lighter color, I'd still recommend grabbing him and adding him to your collection. He's starting to hit store shelves right now with the rest of the repaint wave, so anywhere that carries turtles, such as Walmart or Toys R Us or Target, you should be able to find this guy soon. So happy hunting, my friends! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more TMNT toy reviews. Until next time, my friends.